I'm about to share the game-changing budgeting method that actually sticks, so you can finally take control of your finances. When it comes to budgeting, I think we can all agree that it's one of those necessary evils in life. I mean, who doesn't want to have control over their finances, be debt-free, and have a clear picture of where their money is going? But the reality is, most of us struggle to stick to a budget, and it's not because we're not trying hard enough. The truth is, budgeting is a skill that needs to be learned, and it's not always easy. It takes time, patience, and practice to get it right. But the payoff is worth it. Having a budget that works for you can be incredibly empowering. You'll feel more confident, more in control, and more at peace with your financial situation. So, in this video, we're going to dive into the world of budgeting and explore how you can create a budget that finally works for you. Whether you're a complete beginner or you've tried budgeting before, I want to help you understand what's holding you back and provide you with the tools and strategies you need to succeed. Budgeting isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, and what works for someone else might not work for you. That's why it's so important to understand your unique financial situation, your goals, and your values. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to create a budget that's tailored to your lifestyle and your needs. Unrealistic expectations. We've all been there. We create a budget that looks great on paper, but is completely unachievable in reality. We set ourselves up for failure, and then we wonder why we can't stick to it. The truth is, budgeting isn't about depriving ourselves of everything we enjoy. It's about making conscious financial decisions that align with our goals and values. Lack of tracking is another major obstacle. We might have the best intentions, but if we're not tracking our expenses, we have no idea where our money is going. It's like trying to drive a car without a GPS. We might have a vague idea of where we're headed, but we're probably going to get lost along the way. And then there are unexpected expenses. We can budget until the cows come home, but life is unpredictable, and things will always come up. It might be a car repair, a medical bill, or a sudden change in our income. Whatever it is, we need to be prepared. Another challenge people face is the feeling of restriction. Budgeting can feel like we're giving up our freedom, like we're trapped in a never-ending cycle of deprivation. But the truth is, budgeting is about freedom. It's about having the freedom to make choices that align with our goals and values. We might also feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information out there. There are so many different budgeting methods, tools, and apps, it's hard to know where to start. And even when we do find a method that works, it can be hard to stay motivated. Comparison is another major obstacle. We compare ourselves to others, and we feel like we're not measuring up. We look at our friends, our family members, or even strangers on social media, and we feel like we need to be doing better. But the truth is, everyone's financial situation is unique, and comparing ourselves to others is a surefire way to ruin our budgeting efforts. We might also feel like we're not making progress fast enough. We might be stuck in a cycle of debt, or we might be struggling to build up our savings. And when we don't see immediate results, it's easy to get discouraged. Another challenge people face is the feeling of shame or guilt. We might feel like we've messed up our finances, like we've made too many mistakes, or like we're not good enough. But the truth is, budgeting is a journey, and it's okay to make mistakes. And then there are the external pressures. We might have family members, friends, or even colleagues who are pushing us to spend more, to keep up with the latest trends, or to fit in with a certain crowd. And when we're surrounded by these external pressures, it can be hard to stay focused on our goals. We might also feel like we're not good at budgeting. We might feel like we're not a numbers person, or like we're not cut out for this whole budgeting thing. But the truth is, budgeting is a skill that can be learned, and it's not about being good at math, it's about being good at making conscious financial decisions. The good news is that there are so many different budgeting methods out there, and there's bound to be one that works for you. From the 50-30-20 rule to envelope budgeting, from zero-based budgeting to incremental budgeting, the options are endless. And it's not just about the method, it's about finding the tools and resources that work for you. One of the most important things to remember is that budgeting is a process. It's not a one-time event, it's a journey. And it's okay to start small, to start with just one area of your finances, and to build from there. When it comes to budgeting, consistency is key. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. It's about making conscious financial decisions every day, every week, and every month. Another important thing to remember is that budgeting is not a solo activity. It's okay to ask for help, to seek out support, and to work with a partner or a financial advisor. Having a team behind you can make all the difference. One of the biggest game changers for me was when I started using a budgeting app. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I could finally see where my money was going, and I could make conscious decisions about my finances. In the end, budgeting is about freedom. It's about having the freedom to make choices that align with our goals and values. It's about having the freedom to pursue our passions, to live the life we want, and to achieve financial peace. So, what's the key to finally creating a budget that works for you? It's about understanding your unique financial situation, your goals, and your values. It's about finding a budgeting method that resonates with you, and using the tools and resources that work for you. It's about being consistent, staying motivated, and seeking out support when you need it. And most importantly, it's about giving yourself permission to make mistakes, to learn from them, and to keep moving forward. In conclusion, creating a budget that works for you is not rocket science. It's about understanding what makes you tick, what drives you, and what holds you back. It's about finding a system that works for you, and sticking to it. And most importantly, it's about remembering that budgeting is a journey, not a destination. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any budgeting experiences you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos on personal finance and budgeting. And if you want to learn more about how to create a budget that works for you, check out my next video on financial tips and tricks.